wasn't there yet, you know? Usually, when a woman says she's not there yet, just keep moving your hands until she says she's all done. Hopefully not like this, but if you're doing it that way, someone will talk to you after the show. Not me, but a representative. Take your hands away from you. I work as a nanny. Isn't that exciting? I'm shaping America's future with a mouth like that. Work as a nanny. And I really do. I love working with kids. It's wonderful to get paid. It's fantastic. I'm kind of the bad girl of the nanny world. I'm a rule breaker. I wear shorts to work, which is a big no-no in my industry. Just usually you don't want this that close to a child who didn't come out of it. It's a faux pas. But I did wear shorts, and I walked into a house, and this little boy just looked me up and down and went, "Hey, why are your legs so fat?" And I'm a professional, so I understood that this is what they call a teachable moment. So I told this little boy, that's inappropriate. What you should say is, "Hey girl, what that ass do?" Because it's my job to prepare him for the real world. Make sure he grows up to be just like his dad. How do you think I got the job, honestly? What does this ass do? Babysit your kids. Another industry secret for you guys. I work with a family now that has boy-girl twins. It's very fun. We are in the middle of potty training. Ooh, tasty. Because we give them M's if they go poo-poo in the potty. And I've been eating all the M&Ms. Just been telling their parents, yeah, I've been pooping a lot. They've pooped about a pound's worth of M&Ms today. And so have I. But it's been complicated. I've never had to potty train two genders at the same time. And the parents' angle, what they would like me to do is to start peeing in front of the little girl. You know, show her the ropes. Which is a very cute name for my pubic hair, but I just don't think it's appropriate. And honestly, it's a lot of pressure for me, because I'm not 100% sure I'm doing it right, you know? You ever thought you knew how to do something until you had to teach someone else? And you're like, it's backwards, and I may never have learned in the first place. And they don't want me to bring the little boy in the bathroom to pee in front of him, which I get, it's different mechanics. But I am concerned that they're going to grow up and then have a conversation in their 30s and realize that only one of them has a bathroom memory with the nanny. It's very creepy. It does not make me look good. So I've been bringing them both into the bathroom when I poop. Because we all do that the same. I think we can learn a lot from each other. It's very hard to potty train young children. They're only 2 years old and they really don't talk that much. So it's like trying to explain to someone who's nonverbal that you want them to pee in this bowl of water, but not that bowl of water. The dog has been very ill for a long time. I also feel like they're getting traumatized by it, because they're like, what? You've been taking care of this for me my whole life, and now suddenly you're stopping? What's next? Feeding me? And you're like, no, no. But they have been screaming every time that they have to poop, like they're very alarmed by it. And it's probably because I'm eating chocolate in front of them the whole time, but they'll figure it out. I think being a nanny is a really fun job. I've been doing it for a long time. It's been about 12 years that I've been raising other people's kids, which is a lot longer than I've spent with my own. And don't worry, I don't have any. When I have the time. I'm a professional, okay? I don't do it for free. In my 12 years of being a nanny, I think the most important thing I've learned is that the real professional relationship isn't even with the kids, it's with the parents. You know, that's who you have to get along with. And the best way to do that is to just lie to them, just a little tiny bit about what their kids have been up to. Because primarily I work with children under the age of 5 during their most rapidly developing years. And I'm there 40 to 50 hours a week. So I see all the things that people have kids in order to see. You know, all of those firsts, those great moments. And it's very hard to tell someone who thinks they're having it all that they have missed it all. You cannot tell someone that they missed their child's first steps. I learned that the hard way when I was 22. And again when I was 24. And then several more times. Because in the 12 years I've been working with kids, I think I've seen at least 6 kids take their first steps. I've been there for 3 kids' first words, and one of them was Mom, but it was to me, in front of their actual mom, as they cried for me not to leave. So what I've learned what you have to do is you have to pretend that you did not just witness a miracle. Ignore that that child did anything. And then come back on Monday, and when the parents come up to you and they go, oh my God, you'll never believe what he did. And then I say, for the very first time? No, I don't believe it. He's been doing it for weeks. He's just afraid of you. You're a stranger. Intimidated by you. It's a good time. It is really weird to be close to kids I'm not related to, because I have a niece and nephew who I've only seen maybe twice in their lives. They live very far away, and my mom recently was showing my 5-year-old niece photos of me, and my niece asked my mom if I was alive or dead. And I really wish she would have said I was dead. Because what a fun graduation gift. If I just wrote her letters from beyond the grave for the next 10 years, and then high school graduation rolls around, she looks up at the top of the bleachers, there I am. So proud of you, a single tear. And then I disappear into the crowd, and she doesn't know if it was real until her first night of college in her dorm, when I spring out of her closet with condoms and Plan B. I go, don't be like your mom! Throw it on there. That's my new movie I'm pitching to Disney Plus. It's called Ghost Aunt. Let me know if you want to option it. My sister did marry her high school sweetheart. Yeah, that's right, about the right reaction. I think we can all agree as a group of adults here today that that is disgusting. Think about who you liked when you were 16. Now imagine you still want to have sex with them. It's like, gross, they're only 16. Think about that. But my sister married her first boyfriend, so now I have a brother-in-law that has his own name tattooed in barbed wire. Just right across his bicep. But it doesn't go all the way around, because the inside hurt too much and he had to stop. Which is pretty asinine when you consider my sister's given birth to 2 of his kids, but okay. It's like, if she can endure that pain, maybe you could put the final G in your name, Greg. Just walking around with GRE on your arm. Everyone thinks you're stoked about grad school. ago. My sister doesn't like that joke. She heard it once and she was like, hey, that's my husband, okay? And I was like, I know. It's ridiculous. And she did not like that joke either. Which I think is very unfair because I didn't even write it. Her husband, Greg, did. On his body forever. All right, I've been Sam Gordon. Thank you so much. Big applause for Joe Credit.